Hello everyone, Scrapbooking Saundra here with a mixed media layout. My background paper is Sand by Basil, and all I did with it was take a plastic fork and throw gold and green metallic paint all over the paper and then run my fork through it, like scratch the paper with the fork. And voila! So anyway, I'm all prepped and I am ready to begin. This is the sister page to Hello Sweetheart, which I have on my desk beside me to look at while I'm working. I've also chosen my embellishments and I'm using all the leftover cardstock from Hello Sweetheart on this page. Well, not all of it, but it's all cut up, it's prepared, and I am ready to get started. So I started off with two photos that I thought I would use in this layout, but I'm going with one. And even though this one is out of focus, I'm out of focus, I guess, because the light is behind me. I really like the photo and the moment and the story. So I decided I would scrapbook it anyway. And it goes with the photo that's on the opposite page. And it's the same storyline. And sometimes I'm coming across all these photos of mine that aren't me at my best taking a picture, or my husband. This one was actually taken by him, and but I still want to scrapbook them. And sometimes I come across photos that just mean something to me, and they weren't taken, in the best of light or the best of whatever. But you still can see the people. You still know what's going on in the story, and I still want it in an album. So this is one of those photos that end up in an album just the same. But I also look at this particular photo as the intent. I think my husband being artsy, it was probably his intent to have that light in the background and see how it would look, because he's always playing around and fooling around with when he takes pictures. It takes forever. If he takes a picture, he takes forever before he takes the shot. It's kind of funny, but nevertheless, I kind of like the photo. I also don't have a bunch of photos of myself from way back when. I didn't grow up in a home where we were always taking pictures or anything like that. Um, we just didn't do it. We took them for special occasions, Christmas, holidays, First Communion, something like that. But um, not everyday pictures like we do today. We didn't carry around, our phones weren't cameras. We didn't even carry around phones. You had to go home to make that phone call. That was the dark ages. Remember that? Anyway, I did the background paper the way I did because my husband is an abstract artist, and at least he was more so back then. He still is. He still is. But I wanted to do some sort of abstract art in the background of this particular photo. Just more of a representation of the time when we were first getting to know each other, when we were engaged at this point. And I loved his artwork. I still do. So, everything's. I tried to just bring a lot of us into this. Things that made me think of him, the abstract background, the antique clock, the metal, the hearts, the painted drawer, just things that that were bits and pieces of him and I into my embellishments. And I didn't want to go too crazy with this page because I wanted to also look nice next to the sister page. And it's a really quick layout. I mean, the painting of the background probably took me, I have to move that book, my journal, from behind me because I'm going to mess it up if I keep doing this. Put something else back there. Anyway, or reach for something else. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot. Okay, I got it. The painting of the background. Um, that probably took maybe 10 minutes. Um, I put the paper in a pizza box. I didn't tape it down or anything like that. And I just took the gold paint first and splattered it about, and then the green paint. I didn't let it dry between both of them, and just scraping all over it. And I'd take a peek at it, stand back, look at it, and see how it worked. I didn't want to cover it all up, so I used that gray background paper that all of the layers are sitting on. That was um, my little mat to control how much layering and so forth that I would do, so I wouldn't get carried away. But all in all, I think it was a quick and easy layout. So maybe add another 10 minutes to the final time, and that was it. And it dried fast. It didn't take 10-15 minutes to dry because the paint's not thick on there. And this is a closer look at it. And it's neat how the paint in the background kind of shimmers a bit. And we are done. I have some stills coming up for you. That's the two beside one another. Thank you for stopping by and watching my layout. Have an awesome day, and I will see you next time.